was that time that, no, you know what it was? You popped on to see if your video would work for something.
For Carla Hall?
For Carla Hall, something. And I don't know if I still have this recording, everyone, but Hiiro pops on and doesn't realize that it is recording and that like she wasn't meant to come on. He was just practicing something. So he goes on Zoom and it's my account. So then I get this email saying your recording is finished. It's finished recording. You can now view it. I'm like, oh, okay. Like we didn't, okay, that must have been Hiiro. And I was like, and then I was thinking to myself, oh my God, what did he record? I'm scared to watch this. So
yeah.
I watched it and it was, I don't remember, it was pretty funny, but I think it was just you like, look, I don't know what you were doing, but it was funny. I was very scared.
I was just like looking and being like,
yeah.
Oh, wait, is it on? Wait, I'm like, oh shit, okay, no. And then I was like, okay, I gotta get out of this, but okay, it's working.
Weren't you half naked too? Or am I just putting that?
Probably. No, probably. It was late at night.
Or I'm just imagining it.
Come on. It wasn't like I was doing like a chat roulette situation, so nothing to worry about that.
Chat roulette. Oh my gosh. We've had,
and I feel like roulette?
I do. And I feel like we've talked about this on this podcast before too. Is that still a thing? Does that still exist?
Oh, that was what we talked about with John O'Babbage way back.
Oh wow!
I think it is a thing still, but I haven't looked it up. But I think it would be really funny, even if we didn't do it as an episode. We just literally, as us, went on and just saw who the hell came up, and we would end up having conversations with those that wouldn't say next.
Oh.
So when they come on, it's like. So when they come on, it's like, welcome to Getting Juicy. And you're like, what the fuck is this? Next, welcome to Getting Juicy. What the fuck?
And remember, such a creative 3 at any given time. I'm like, does it still exist though? Chat roulette. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it does.
Wow. Okay, I swear, even if it's not recorded,
yeah,
if the two of us can go.
Oh my
that would be so funny if you and me were together sometime in the future and just tried it to be funny and recorded it. Could you imagine what would come up?
That would actually be pretty. Yeah, that would be a good episode. Honestly,
that would be a really good episode. Absolutely. Okay, here's a good way. Given the course of how this conversation is going, if you were to be
oh God.
on the side of chat roulette, what would you hope not to see? There's an obvious answer, but I'm thinking like unconventionally. What would you hope not to see?
Blood.
Okay. Why?
Blood.
Okay.
Violence.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking like there's some really crazy people out there.
Yeah.
You
absolutely
know?
There are. Yeah.
Like, okay, I don't know if I'm just making this up, but I feel like I did this with my girlfriend's chat roulette like years and years ago. It was, I don't know, like,
yeah. God,
it would have been like well over a decade ago.
Okay.
Ish. And I remember we were doing it and some guy came on the screen and he didn't have Mein Kampf, but he had something like that book.
Oh my God, really?
Yes. It was some really fucked up, like really fucked up Nazi book. That was weird.
Oh my God.
And I was like, but it wasn't that. I just remember we were like, what the fuck? Like next?
Yeah.
What? Totally. Really? So maybe that nightmare of what I wouldn't want to see actually did kind of happen. Yeah. One of them. But I know what you mean. Like, I don't want to see a little chubby penis.
What do you got against little chubsters? They're so cute. They're like little blown up condoms that put something inside of them and then you blow them with a water balloon.
But it's funny because the first thing I thought of because you're like, oh, well, don't say the obvious thing, which would be like a dick or something, right? But right. Is that what you're?
But a chubby penis is not a little dick though. Like a chubby penis is a small, really decent chubby penis.
But the first, like if I thought penis, okay, the first penis. My cousin's upstairs. I wonder if she can hear any of this. When I think penis, like what I don't want to see. The image literally was this squat, short, stubby penis. Like
Fair.
like squat. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay. Like pushed in, like an innie. Okay.
Yes, because those do actually exist accordingly.
I know. I'm sorry if you have one of those. That's.
So you prefer an Audi then?
But like now we're getting into showers or growers, kind of, aren't we?
Yeah.
Your voice went up so high.
It did?
It did? Okay. Well, now do you have your testicles? Okay.
Yep.
Wow. This conversation has gone from mental health, intergenerational trauma, a child who is myself with night terrors, to penises. What the hell? That is,
and
you know what?
Yet it all goes together.
It all, like a jelly sandwich, a penis sandwich.
Oh my God, babe, and peanut butter for me.
Penis butter?
I would take a penis and jelly sandwich over any peanut butter and jelly sandwich any day. Because one is going to kill me and one is just going to taste gross.
I thought you were going to say one is going to kill me, but one will just choke me, but not kill me.
Oh yes, give me that. I would be more than happy for it.
Wow.
Just a little choke.
Okay. I'm turning the tape. Hold on. Go back to the question. Oh, you are actually, I love this. This is the second time I've actually seen you like laugh uncontrollably. And the first time was not that long ago either. No. Oh God. Okay. Question.
Yes, Adele.
I look like Adele?
You talked about turning the tables.
I don't like Adele. Don't shoot me. I don't
give a shit about the skinny bitch.
Oh God. Okay. So, but what about you? What about you? If we were doing chat roulette, and then
what would I hope not to see?
What would you exactly, aside from the obvious, which we've already talked about?
Is the vagina the obvious thing?
Not really. Like,
no,
or
chat roulette.
I don't think that's as common.
No, I would love to not see any female genitalia from my personal eyes. Because if I saw that, I'd be like, oh, Gazanga's like.
Okay, I understand how that's not your jam. We're back to jam.
It's not my jelly either.
It's not your jelly. It's not your jam. I get that, but can you appreciate? You're schwitzing now. Jeez.
I'm schwitzing. Yeah, I'm taking my sweater off.
Can you appreciate the beauty of the female body, like beautiful breasts, or you just like you really just don't want to see them? Or can you appreciate if there's like
I can appreciate the curves and the swerves of the female body.
Swerves. Oh, I've never heard. Yeah.
But the chesticles and the south of Charlie, I can't.
But you basically are now you're saying you can appreciate the curves clothes on. Basically, that's what I'm hearing. But you can't appreciate clothes off. Nudity. Because
I guess so.
Because Hiiro, curves,
I just noticed how my body kind of like reacts to when I'm just being around it.
Yeah.
Like when I've been around seen the female form without clothes on, I've noticed myself just completely like freak out and get petrified. It's actually kind of funny because I'm thinking,
really,
it's a human body. What the fuck's wrong with the human body? Nothing. But seeing a woman's breasts or seeing below the waist, I completely freak out.
Huh. So you
bizarre.
You can't even step back and just be like, that's beautiful. Like, or that's
no.
That's very, I
That's
to put on my psychiatrist glasses.
Yeah, I don't know what it's about, and I don't have any trauma around it. It's just something that I get a visceral reaction from. And I mean, like, I'm not saying this in any critical way. Like, my parents are both very comfortable with their bodies. It wasn't as if they made sure that they were covered when I was younger. We were very comfortable showing our bodies and empowered to do that. So it wasn't.
I just had a memory. That's
Oh,
that's why I made that face. Anyway, continue. Yes.
But like, I mean, so like it wasn't, and I can think about it, and I can attribute it to my mom growing up and stuff, and how my mom's parents are both very, especially my grandfather who's still alive, were very comfortable. You know, my grandfather is definitely, I wouldn't say he's a nudist, but he was just very comfortable with, you know, being in his own body. And so I remember that, I think it was my mom and a friend of hers was over or sleeping over, and they went in, they used the washroom, or they went in and whatever, and caught my mom's dad, so my grandmother, naked or whatever, and he was just naked or whatever, and of course they were maybe in grade school, and so my mom's friend was like, oh, hi, you know, and it's like, hello. You know, just whatever, it's a body. But for me,
the female body specifically, that's
Yep. And I've been the time when I was in my gay youth group growing up, and there were a lot of close friends were lesbians, and they happened to be in relationships. So I'd hang out with a lot of groups of lesbians together, and they would always make fun of me and try to like motorboat me or flash me, and I would always just get completely, you know, low-key traumatized. Yeah, like low-key traumatized.
I wonder, and then part of me was thinking like maybe growing up for you, but I don't think this is the case, because were you ever like somehow socially even forced to be like, no, you need to be attracted to the female form?
No,
because I don't
not
think
even that at all. It's a fair assumption or a fair question to ask, but no, like I've never had any
because that would make me feel like, okay, then I understand how you'd want to recoil, being like, no, like that's not
totally.
Anyway, interesting.
Totally. No, I've always been a fan of the men's physique. I've always been attracted to the men's physique, and I'm comfortable around other men's bodies. But even at times like when I would teach yoga classes and I was around women that were very busty and that were quite revealing, or wearing the shortest of shorts because either they wanted to show off or they were just so hot in a heated environment, they needed to be like 2-inch like rise shorts or whatever, I would be like, I don't want to look at that. And it's so bizarre because I preach about body empowerment and being comfortable in your own skin and showing it off and stuff, but there are definitely psychological reactions that I can't help but end up having when I observe women in or female bodies, because who cares how they're born, but female anatomy and bodies presented in that way. I don't know why. It's not like I have hatred or judgment. My body reacts that way. If I have a preference to see or not see, I'd rather not see.
There you go.
Like I passed, it's not like I had a C-section at birth. Like I passed through a freaking vagina to get born. I'm a gold star gay. So it's not like I haven't felt or seen technically. So like, what's the correlation to that? You know, talking about psychological traumas or triggers or anything of the like. I mean, kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
Like, were you a natural birth or were you a C-section? Do you remember? Did your mom tell you?
I remember when I came out of the womb. I remember.
You came hard, girl. You came hard.
Wet, and it was soft, and then I came. No, that could have been like a monologue.
Yeah, starting with the Rosen monologues.
The vagina monologues.
Presented to you in HD.
Has that already happened? Yes, it has.
This is good. I'm liking this. Keep rolling.
I like how we just talk. I like this content. Let's just keep us talking about how we like this content and put out the recording of us talking about us liking the content. That's a great idea.
It's such a great idea. Just like having a shared open forum of Chat Roulette. You just never know what you're going to get.
So I came out.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. I think that I was natural. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, my mom had all three of us naturally. Yeah.
Proud mom. Wow. That's
Yeah, she
that's
was
that's amazing.
not like, I wasn't saying knock on wood, not like she's gonna have another child. I was like, knock on wood, her three pregnancies were all pretty fast, and like, as if like that's gonna be if I'm superstitious to say something, because it's like, oh, maybe her next one won't be like that. Um, we were all natural, and I believe she said that we were all fairly quick too. Like they weren't even super long labors, which is why they tend to say that you take after your mother, perhaps, as to her labors, as to how you might labor with your baby. So my
Oh, okay.
sister, yeah, so my sister, when she had Noah, was, I mean, first of all, he was 6 weeks early, and secondly, he came out, it's like her water broke at work because he was 6 weeks early. Obviously, she wasn't done work yet. She's like, oh, I've got another like couple weeks and I'll be off. Water broke at work. I think it was like 2 hours later he was out.
Whoa.
It was like
what?
water broke, to the hospital. Like active labor. I don't think she was in for very long. So she was, and I'll knock on wood for her, because I think she'd like to have another one. So knock on wood that, yeah, it was pretty quick. So
I know my brother took longer than I did. I know that. I think I was born like around 9:36 or 9:45, something like that in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know how long my mom was in labor for, but I know that it was a lot quicker with me than it was with Zach. I know that.
I was just going to say something, but then it doesn't make any sense. I was going to say, I wonder if the quicker the child is born, if they're born quickly, they'll be an easier child to handle. And if they take, but I don't think that's true, because I was really quick, and not that I wasn't an easy child, but like I have a lot of, other, I don't know. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if that really makes any difference, but.
Well, I don't know, but there are some things that you've even shared on these chats that we've had for the last, 17 months that you have, that I didn't know about you, actually. Even the anecdote you shared earlier about being in the motel in near Park Royal, I had no idea. I think that's a really interesting memory, and whether if you remember it or not, you're still old enough to have the imprint of that in your psyche.
I don't remember that. Like, I don't remember being a little kid and having night terrors for a short amount of time. I don't recall that at all. Like, not at all. I don't think most people that maybe have night terrors actually recall their night terrors. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know if they really
is a night terror the same as having is there a difference in description of a night terror than a nightmare? Like, are they two different things?
Well, I mean, I think a night terror is just so extreme that typically there will be some sort of acting out, whether it be like, it's not just in your mind anymore. It's so real and so hit to your nervous system that you actually will either physically like sleepwalk, right? Like, or you might become violent. I've heard of some people, like, without knowing they're doing things and screaming and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm just guessing that that's what the difference might be. But now I'm gonna look it up.
Well, because I'm just thinking, yeah, but I'm now thinking about, as you look that up, I only recall having a couple really memorable impressions, as far as having something that I remember when I was sleeping, and when I wake up, I remember it very vividly. And the first one that I could recall, and it doesn't scare me now, but when I was maybe 4 or 5 in my first home, so I used to live on 14th and Burrard. That was my first home until I moved to Kerrisdale in 2000. And yeah, I remember there were 3 flies, like bugs, 3 flies.
Okay,
and,
yeah.
And one of them had
your fly, is it in your throat?
Yeah.
Now? Okay.
No, thankfully not. But they had vacuums or something, and they were sucking up my room like into oblivion. And they were threatening to take me with them. And then I remember being taken with them, and then that's when I woke up. So they were like destroying my room, and
you remember
basically
that
sucked me up.
Holy crap! At that age.
Yeah, but I have memories up to from when I was 3.
Wow.
The
I have
brain, I've been told, can remember from around 2.5 or 3 years old at the very earliest.
I have little flashes because like that motel incident I told you about when we were there, I don't recall because I had the chicken pox too, and my sister had the
Oh
chicken pox.
shit.
It was like me, my sister, my brother. We all had the chicken pox at the same time. My mom was taking care of all of us. My dad had this horrible flu. It was like the worst for my mom. Anyway, but I don't remember those stressful moments. I remember doing paint by numbers. Like I just recall
Yeah.
like I just remember like those little bits and pieces. But okay, so sleep terrors or night terrors are episodes of screaming, intense fear, and flailing while still asleep. So they often are
Okay.
paired with sleepwalking. So it's pretty basic what I said. It's like often paired
Hmm.
with some actual movement, body movement or
Hmm.
speaking or it's
Huh.
interesting.
No, it is really interesting. Absolutely. Because I think
Mhm.
about, like, I mean, like they say even, I guess this would happen for all humans, not just for men, but it's very common when you go through puberty or when you start to go through adolescence and your sexual organs are developing, you might have wet dreams and you'll wake up and you might, be whatever. And I only can only think that I can only think of one time I had that in my entire adolescence. I only had one of those where I did wake up, and that is what happened. But
Huh.
everything be around it has never happened, and I know a lot of people who have had that as a regular occurrence when they were growing up as a
Yeah.
teenager, and they're
Yeah.
constantly like, "Holy crap!" Like that was out of nowhere.
That'd
So
be
I find
wouldn't
that
that be
kind of
amazing?
fascinating. Hmm. Hmm. You mean for it to not happen, or you
No,
mean for
for
it to
it to
happen every
happen.
day?
Not every
Yeah, it
day.
was really surreal. No, it was really surreal because I was really attracted to
Yeah.
somebody that I met online from a forum. And this is when, I was not 18 yet. I was still a teenager.
Yeah.
Like early to mid-teen. And I remember I was just starting to get a lot more testosterone pumping through me. And I was fantasizing about this guy, I guess. And I remembered that it was such a lucid dream that when I was about to wake up, I could feel myself literally about to have an orgasm. I could remember that.
Wow.
And when I
Yeah.
woke up, I was like, oh shit, I gotta clean this up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like for the human body to have that kind of visceral reaction to a memory or to something that is so subconscious, and the fact that it has an impact on you when you wake up and it's like, oh wait, that actually happened. Like that was real.
Right. Yeah. And you actually you actually see the after effects of that. I think
Yeah.
that, when unless you've had like a night terror, you're sleepwalking, you literally like woke up and you're half eating a burrito.
Oh, that
Or
would be
like
so nice.
not a taco,
No, a burrito.
a burrito. But yeah, but that exists too. Like people sleep eat. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, no, I have heard of it. I haven't
Yeah.
observed it, but of course, yeah, I have, and
Yeah.
not
That
just in
would
The Simpsons.
no, that would be a hard thing to curb. I mean, like, yikes. Yeah.
No kidding,
I don't
no
know.
kidding. And then all the food stains that you might accidentally have, unless if you're that literally that consciously unconscious that you actually are eating and putting something back, and then. But I mean, like, then you wake up the next morning, you wonder where your ice cream went. You'd be like, I didn't eat
Yeah.
anything last night. What the hell
Yeah.
happened? And you're like, oh shit, I did.
And that's why like having a partner to witness these things would be helpful too, right? Like someone you're living with and they could actually vouch for that. They're like, no, that was you.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
know.
For, I know, but I'm
Or
very proud
setting
of
up
the fact that
or sorry, setting up a camera. You could set up a camera.
uh, yeah,
Yeah.
set up a little GoPro or something that can run for a long time on a low
Yeah.
battery or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, but again, thinking about sleeping habits are so fascinating because we all have different rhythms in our bodies. Sometimes they change, sometimes we change them ourselves. But like, for example, whether if it's by choice or not, you're naturally an early riser, I believe, or you have been for a long time since I've met you.
Earlier than you. It's not
Well, yeah,
it,
anyone can be earlier than me. I can tell you that.
yes. So I don't know if you
But
recall,
yeah,
I'm not an early riser. Like to me, an early riser would be somebody that gets up at least 5 o'clock in the morning. Like 5. That's an early. No, that's not me. I'm up by like just before 8. That's not early.
No,
That's
that's
like,
true. That's true.
yeah.
That's like mid-morning already. Technically, that's late morning if you want to really consider midnight in the morning.
Oh God. Okay.
You're like,
Then
fuck, I just finished working all day. Stop making
Yeah.
my brain think so much. God damn it.
But it depends on your job. Like I have a friend who's a postal worker, and she goes to bed at 8 o'clock, and she's up at like 4:30, right?
And that's a full sleep cycle
Yeah.
or like a full night's rest, and
Mhm.
and she's completely fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But that's her schedule. We had when
Mhm.
Mira Aurora came on. Remember,
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
like the radio personalities, like when they have to be on air at like 5, sometimes earlier, like, you know, imagine that. Oh wait, well 5, yeah, they'd be getting up. That's insane.
It is insane though. You'd be
Yeah.
getting up at like 3 in the morning.
Oh my God.
3:30 in the morning or something
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
it's almost one of those kind of it's one of those wake times where I would stay up the entire night if I was going to catch a flight at the airport at 4:30 in the morning
Yeah.
or 5, and I was like, I don't want to screw my sleep up just getting an hour and a half of rest, you know?
Yeah, but then you get used to it. You get into a schedule and a routine. You have to, otherwise,
I guess so.
you have to. You wouldn't have a choice. Your body wouldn't
Yeah,
be able
for
to.
sure.
Yeah. So
But like,
I don't know.
but I remember working like front desk work, for example, and getting hired at a yoga studio. And the manager said, so you can pick 3 of these 5 shifts part time. I've got, what were the times that the manager said? I've got 6:30 to 2:30, 3:15 to 11:15 or something, and 2 to 10. And so I said, those 6:30 to 2:30s, that's PM, right? And the manager's like, nope, those are 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. I'm like, I will happily take the other options. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Because, but then when I was
different though. Yeah.
yeah, but when you see yourself, when I would come in at like 2 o'clock or whatever, and you'd cover the tail end of 15 to 45 minutes of the opening person's shift, and they're wide awake and they're happy, and I'm like,
That's
and then I
awesome.
remember. It is, and
Yeah.
I remember having a coworker asking me to take a shift, and they knew that I lived further up from downtown, and so they asked, "Hey, Hiiro, can you come in and cover the shift from 11 to 7?" And I'm like, "No, sorry, that's still the morning." And
Wow.
they said, they're like, "Hiiro, it's 11 a.m." I said, "Yeah, but I get up at 9. It takes close sometimes an hour to get downtown, and I have to make sure that I'm eating and stuff first, because I'm not going to be able to realistically work an 8.5 hour shift if I'm not well fed and I'm not well rested and I can't get down in time." Like,
you are so privileged.
That's 19-year-old Hiiro being like, are you fucking kidding me? No.
You're such a privileged, such a privileged white Jew.
Yes, aren't we all?
On that note, I feel like we're starting to fizzle. We were like,
yeah,
okay.
I know
there's only so much you can all take of us, but it looks like we you just got us today, folks.
Yeah, you just got us, and you know what? I think it was perfect.
Yeah,
and it was perfect.
It was good. I needed to get some of that out from some of my self-discoveries to chubby penises. Stubby.
Oh,
that's it.
Oh, I bet 20 on 00 black.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Maybe we'll bring you the Jewcy roulette at some point in the future. Yeah.
The Joulette.
We could like, how could we form this into like a show? A podcast.
You and me together in the same room and then getting recorded.
No, but and not actual chat, like some sort of podcast roulette.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay. Why are my glasses still like, I don't know. Okay.
This is us.
This is us. On that note, we hope you enjoyed this kookiness. Continue to do all those fabulous things. Follow, share, subscribe, shit, like, save.
Outreach, recommend, prefer.
Oh, and then also, which I keep forgetting, we're actually signed up for Buy Me a Coffee.
Yes.
.com? It's .com, I think it is. Buymeacoffee.com.
I think so.
/ getting juicy like a Jew. GETTING JEWCY.